Right now we're getting ready to move into our second or third, I guess, writing lesson. So you guys have spent some time working on your informative research. You've been researching the different habits of or adaptations of animals. And now we're going to start putting that to some use. So I've told you that you've been getting ready to write an informative paragraph. In order to start an informative paragraph, we have to first know what an introduction sentence is, okay? So we're going to watch a short video today that Mr. McKinney has made for us about introduction sentences, and then we're going to take some notes. Today, you're actually going to be writing your own introduction sentence about your animal adaptations that you have selected, okay? So let's take a look at this first video to see what an introduction is. All right, let me just share my screen with you and make sure I share my sound. I did, here we go.
That video was an introduction of the Indianapolis Colts before their football game. What if there was no introduction? What if there wasn't an introduction to any game? If you went to a football game, a soccer game, a volleyball game, what if they did not introduce the players? What if they did not introduce any of the teams? That would be kind of strange, right? What if we went to school and on the first day of school, the teachers didn't introduce themselves? What if the teachers didn't introduce the rules or any of the expectations and they just expected you to know everything? What if we did not introduce ourselves to new friends at school? They wouldn't know our names, and we probably would not know their names either. That would be kind of strange, right? So we can agree that introductions are very important. So when we write, it is very important to introduce what you are going to talk about. A roller coaster has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And when we write, we should have a beginning, a middle, and an end. You want to start.
Pardon interruption. Teachers, if you have an email with a concern from Code Blue, please include Charity on that email. Again, if you have an email with a concern from the Code Blue, please include Charity. We will compile a list and make sure those concerns are addressed immediately. Thank you.
At the beginning of a roller coaster up here in the middle of a loop. So when we write something, we don't want to start in the middle of a story. We want to introduce what we are going to talk about. And when we write one paragraph, we want to use that first sentence to introduce what that paragraph is getting ready to talk about. Let's look at an example. I covered up the introduction. This is also known as the topic sentence. The topic sentence. Everyone say topic sentence.
Topic sentence.
The topic sentence introduces you to what the rest of the paragraph is going to talk about. Without a topic sentence, it's really challenging to figure out what the rest of the paragraph is talking about. Let's see if we can figure out what this paragraph is talking about without a topic sentence. Let's begin. First, it is important because it helps you learn. It is also important because it is a great place to make friends. The last reason why it is important is because it can help you find a job when you are older. Can you figure out what the topic sentence is? What is this paragraph even talking about?
So when we look at
Let's
this,
see, by looking at the topic sentence, if we can figure out what this paragraph is talking about.
so when we look at this, we can see that whatever this is, it's helping us learn. It's a place to make friends, and it can help you find a job. So it helps you learn. It's a place to make friends. It can help you find a job. I'm wondering what this is.
There are many reasons why school is important.
Oh, so school helps you learn. School is a place to make friends, and it helps get you ready to have a job when you're older. So that makes sense because all of these details are about school.
First, it is important because it helps you learn. It is also important because it is a great place to make friends. The last reason why it is important is because it can help you find a job when you are older. This topic sentence helps us discover what the rest of the paragraph is talking about. This topic sentence says that there are many reasons why school is important. The rest of the paragraph gives us reasons why school is important. Let's look at another example. Let's see if we can figure out what this topic sentence should be just by reading the rest of the paragraph. First, you must show the dog how to do a trick while giving the command. For example, tell the dog to shake while reaching out for the dog's paw. You should also give the dog treats after showing the trick. You should also give the dog treats when the dog does the trick. When your dog masters this trick, you can try another. I can sort of get an idea what this paragraph is talking about, but I really need a topic sentence to help me figure it out completely. Let's take a look. Teaching your dog a new trick can be fun and rewarding. Okay, so this topic sentence tells me that the rest of the paragraph must talk about how teaching your dog a new trick can be fun and rewarding. I hope this gives you a better idea of what an introduction is and how to start off your paragraph with a topic sentence. Before you go, I want to add one more note. Notice that the first sentence that we called the topic sentence tells us what the rest of the paragraph is going to talk about. In other words, the first sentence is what the paragraph is mostly about. That kind of sounds familiar. That reminds me of the main idea. Remember, the main idea is what the story is mostly about. So when you write a paragraph, your first sentence should be your main idea. That is called your topic sentence.
All right. So again, that connects our main idea to our topic sentence. So main idea was important for us to learn because now we can write our own main idea by creating a topic sentence. We know that our topic sentence is going to be, how do animals use adaptations to survive? So you're going to be creating a topic sentence today that shows how animals use adaptations to survive. First, I'd like for us to take some notes. So go ahead and get out your notebook, reader's notebook, if you are taking Focus, or your ELA notebook, if you have two notebooks. We're going to take some notes on informative writing today. So go ahead and open up to your next blank page. So I'm going to find my last notes that I did about questions, and I'm going to open up to my next blank page. We're going to title these notes Informative Writing. Some colored pens that I know you can see. Awesome. Okay. We're going to title this Informative Writing. Informative writing. Informative writing. we're actually going to be defining informative writing, and then we're going to be drawing a bit of a picture. Okay, so we're going to be defining informative writing, and then we're going to be drawing a bit of a picture. So informative writing is a piece of text zoom in a little bit, is a piece of text that gives the reader factual, that means true, not opinion, not thoughts, not lies, but factual information. So informative writing is a piece of text that gives the reader factual information. So we are going to be writing facts about how animals use adaptations to survive. We're not going to be writing our opinions, like if we think it's cool or if we think it's boring. We're going to be writing facts about what the animals actually do. Okay, so facts are information that can be proven true. And again, if you don't have a notebook, that's okay. I will upload this to Seesaw later so that you can see it and you can copy it when you have that time. Just hang tight with us and listen up to the activity or to the instruction and the conversation that's happening during these notes. Okay, we're actually going to draw a little bit of a piece of an informative text today. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw a hamburger. Okay, so if you would like some drawing lessons, I'm not your girl, but I'll show you what I do know. For our hamburger, we're going to take a straight line and we're going to connect it between like the two red margin lines of our notebook, just a straight line. Then we're going to kind of make like a half oval over that line to create the top bun. It looks like this. This is going to be our introduction or our topic sentence. So inside of the shape that you've just drawn, I'd like for you to write topic sentence. This is the portion that we're going to focus on today. We're going to write our topic sentence today. And our topic sentence is going to be like the main idea of our paragraph. It's what we're introducing as the information that our paragraph will be teaching or informing. So the topic sentence introduces the main idea. So just like our example in the video, when we have a topic sentence about how school is an important place, we would not expect the next sentences to be about the Colts because our main idea is school being an important place. So it would need to be about school and how it's important. In the same way, if we're reading about how school is an important place, we are not going to read about school supplies that you need because that's not why school is important. So a topic sentence helps us stay focused on the main idea of the conversation of the informative piece that we're writing. Okay? So our topic sentence. We're just going to complete the rest of this picture today, but we're not going to write the words. We'll add those words. Oh, my camera wants to tip over, hold on. We'll add those words over our next few lessons. So now I'm gonna draw some lettuce. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of make a little bit of a wavy line, come out, and connect to my bun, just like that. So I'm gonna draw some lettuce on my hamburger. Just kind of like a wavy line that sticks out from my bun a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna draw the hamburger. So the hamburger is just kind of gonna be a straight little section. I'm just gonna kind of go like this. Just kind of give it some round edges. That's gonna be my burger. And then underneath, I'm gonna draw some cheese, because what's a burger without cheese? I'm just gonna give it kind of a little pointy edge. There we go, got some cheese. And then we're going to draw our bottom bun. So our bottom bun is going to come straight down. It's going to be pretty tall. It's just going to round off down here. It's going to do the same thing here, straight down and just kind of round off at the corner. All right. So this is going to make a little bit more sense as we move through, but basically an informative piece of writing is like a hamburger. There's a bun that when you bite into it, you're like, oh, this is about to be a hamburger. We're about to get to the good stuff. So this lets you know what's coming. Then you get into the details or the facts inside that gives it all the flavor. Then you'll bite into the bottom bun that lets you know our bite is finished. We've just gotten done. So we're going to focus on this topic sentence or this opening bun today. And we know that a topic sentence introduces the main idea. Okay? Alrighty. I will take a picture of this and upload it to Seesaw. Right now, I need for you to open up Seesaw in the background. So you can split your screen as well so that you can see half of Zoom and half of Seesaw, or you can just listen to me, whichever works best for you. But you're going to go ahead and open up Seesaw, okay? Inside of Seesaw, you have an activity that has been released to you called What is an Introduction? So in my activities, it's right here. It has a picture of that Colts video that we started watching. What is an introduction? This says, discuss what an introduction or topic sentence is with your class or an adult. We've done that. Click on Add Response. Complete the first 2 slides with your teacher, live or on video. You guys are live, so we're going to complete these first 2 slides. So go ahead and click Add Response. And then you'll notice that the first slide is about none other than LeBron James. Okay, so open up that slide and we're going to complete this together. If you're doing dual screens right next to each other, Zoom and Seesaw, you'll be able to see both of these. But if you need to switch back and forth, I'm going to leave my screen shared so that you can see the work if you need to flip back and forth. Okay? I'm going to read this to us and we're going to see if we can figure out what the introduction sentence is. LeBron James is a famous basketball player who does a lot of charity work in his community. In addition to playing for his home state, Ohio, he has donated millions of dollars to help people in the state. James has also opened a school for students who need access to good education. LeBron James has also been a strong voice for social justice in America. All right, so we have a paragraph here. Which sentence told us what this is going to be about? Which sentence introduced the topic of this paragraph? I'm looking for those hand emojis. Which sentence introduced us to the topic of this paragraph? Let us know what this was going to be about. Terrence?
It's not about that.
Oh, okay, let's stay on topic right now. Levin, which sentence introduced us to this topic?
LeBron James is a famous basketball player who donates a lot of charity work.
Yeah, so this tells us that he is a basketball player, but our text wasn't about him being a basketball player. It was about him doing charity work in his community. So even though we're reading about LeBron James, there's nothing in here about basketball. And that's because it says LeBron James is a famous basketball player who does a lot of charity work in his community. So that's why the rest of this paragraph doesn't talk about basketball, which we mostly associate with LeBron James. It talks about his charity work because that's what our sentence said it was going to talk about, okay? So go ahead and with your green, go ahead and underline that introduction sentence. And I like to do green because I think of it like a stoplight. This is where we're starting our information. We're saying go. So we know that we're going to be reading about LeBron James being a famous basketball player who does a lot of charity work in his community. There's a sentence down here with some missing letters that we need to fill in. A topic sentence, this should say introduces. So we're going to fill in the word introduces. A topic sentence introduces introduces. A topic sentence introduces the main idea. The topic sentence introduces the main idea. I'll pause there so that you can finish up on that. It introduces the main idea of the paragraph. So again, even though we're reading about LeBron James, this paragraph is not about basketball because our topic sentence tells us that this is going to be about his charity work in his community. So even though LeBron James is mostly associated with basketball, in this case, he's not. We're not going to talk about basketball at all. We're going to talk about how he does charity work in his community. So our topic sentence told us what the main idea of the paragraph was going to be. So a topic sentence introduces the main idea of the paragraph. It is specific. Specific is S-P-E-C-I-C. It is specific and clear. C-L-E-A-R. So we need a topic sentence to be specific. We can't just say, I'm going to talk about LeBron James, because I don't know if you're going to tell me about his charity work, if you're going to tell me about his championships, if you're going to tell me about his teams that he's played on, if you're going to tell me about his family, if you're going to tell me about why he loves basketball. I don't even know. So we have to be ready to be specific and clear by saying exactly what is going to be in this information. And in this paragraph is his work on charity in his community. So a topic sentence introduces the main idea of the paragraph. It is specific and clear. What questions can I answer about this right now? About what a topic sentence is or why this was our topic sentence? Aiden L?
I couldn't catch up.
You couldn't what?
I couldn't catch up.
I'm sorry, all I heard was I couldn't get it up.
No, I couldn't catch up with you.
Oh, okay. Well, it's on the screen right now. And then also it will be on Seesaw under the sample student tab. So you'll be able to see it there too. Thanks for letting me know, kiddo. Terrence.
That was my question.
Gotcha. So it's still here right now. You guys can look at the screen. We've underlined that LeBron James is a famous basketball player who does a lot of charity work in his community, because that is our introduction sentence. And we also have filled in the sentence at the bottom that a topic sentence introduces the main idea of the paragraph. It is specific and clear, so it lets us know exactly what we're going to be talking about. I'm taking a look at your dyno here, and I see a couple of you need to finish up that last sentence, so we'll take another second or so. Okay, let's take a look at that second slide. The second slide says create a topic sentence for this paragraph with your teacher. So the topic sentence is missing. We need to read the rest of the sentences to figure out what is the main idea, what is the topic sentence of this paragraph, okay? So let's take a look. Goldfish can be good pets for people who are out of their house a lot. Dogs are great for families who like to play with their animals. Cats can be great snuggling companions for people who want to relax after work. There are many kinds of pets for many kinds of people. So I'm noticing there's a lot of different pets that are mentioned. We see goldfish, we see dogs, and we see cats. So the word pets should probably be in my topic sentence. I also see that these are different kinds, and it even tells me about many kinds of pets. So I should probably have that in my topic sentence as well. So lots of different kinds of pets and different kinds of people. So a topic sentence might be, there are different kinds of pets for different types of people. And that's very similar to our closing sentence, which is on purpose. So let's go ahead and write that. There are different pets
Can you slow down?
I'm just going to leave it up here so you can see it. There are different pets for many people. There are different pets for many people. This tells us that we're going to be reading about pets, and we're going to be reading about different kinds of pets and why people might need them.
Are we going on a break after this?
We're focusing on at work right now. So there are different pets for many people. Yeah, I see some of you using the typing tool. That's totally fine too. Just get that sentence on there. So again, our topic sentence introduces the idea and it is specific and clear. So it tells us exactly what we're going to be reading about. We are reading about different pets for many people. So we read about pets. We also read about different kinds of people. Families who want to play, people who are out of their house, and people who want to relax. So there were different kinds of people that we read about as well inside of this text. So that's why it's included in our topic sentence or our introduction sentence. Thank you.
My Chromebook's Gurgle did it.
Okay, can you grab your charger? In a moment, we're going to talk about your assignment for the day. You are going to be creating the topic sentence that you will be using for your informative paragraph. We know that our informative paragraphs are going to be about the research that we've been completing over the last few days about animal adaptations. So you're going to write a paragraph that teaches or informs about animal adaptations helping animals to survive. If you take a look at slide 3, that is where your work for today is. Slide 3 says, use your research from the past 2 days to decide the topic of the paragraph you will write. Remember, your paragraph should answer the question, how do animals use adaptations to survive in their environments? Your topic sentence should consider using words like adaptation, survival, animal, change, and environment. So these are vocabulary words that should appear in your topic sentence. You probably won't be able to use all of the words, but you should definitely use some of the words. I'd like for everybody to pause what you're doing and come look at my screen on Zoom. So make my screen large because this is very important. So pause what you're doing and look at my screen. And I'm going to take a look at Dino to make sure that's what we're doing. Pause what you're doing and come look at my screen on Zoom. I'm sharing my screen with you. This is very important. Okay. When you click on View Instructions, there are 2 links. This is the link from Monday's work. This is the link from Tuesday's work, which is yesterday. If you did your work on Monday and you did your work on Tuesday, this link will take you directly to your work. So you're supposed to be using your research from your previous work, which means you can click the links, to write an introduction sentence for your informative paragraph. So if you did research on the camouflage that different animals use, you'll see that research on your links. If you typed about how long tails help animals survive, you'll see that on your links. So when you need to look at your old day's work, You do not have to save it, get out, open it, come back, open it again, get to work. You can just click on View Instructions, and this will open up your work directly into a new tab so that you can look. It's kind of like when you have a notebook and you turn back to a previous page to read what you had before. These links work the same way. When you click on the link, it will open up the work that you did yesterday and on Monday if you did the work, right? If you didn't do the work, you need to get caught up. So on slide 3, you are using your research from your previous work by clicking the links to open a new tab to write an introduction sentence for your informative paragraph. So all you are doing today is telling me what your paragraph is going to be about, using words like adaptation, survival, animal, change, and environment. Okay? All right. You are getting ready to go on to break. We are a little bit late for our break because of that code blue today. You're going to go on your break, and then you are going to get right back to work on creating your own topic sentence. Okay? We are all going to come back together at 10:30 for math. So at 10:30, you'll be logging back in for math, and between now and then, you need to take your break. You need to complete your work for the introduction sentence, and you need to work on Lexia or Mayan if you have remaining time. Okay? All right, if you do not have questions, goodbye. If you do have questions, please stay on. I would be happy to help.